Hey guys, Fhraelaok here, with a quick how-to video. I already made this video once, and it was a little long, so I wanted to remake it and just get to the point. So here we are. Most people are switching over from Ventrilo to Mumble. The big vent to the big Mumble, and at this point, a lot of people in trade and whatnot in World of Warcraft are saying Mumble required. You know, we use Mumble, please have Mumble, etc. And a lot of pugs already have Mumble, so if you've been looking up people, they ask Vent or Mumble. And you're probably thinking, what in the world is Mumble if you've never heard of it? Mumble is basically the new Vent. Better, cheaper Vent. But it's a little bit different, so it's not Vent. But it's another voice hosting software, and it's a third-party software. No, it's not, copyright or owned by Blizzard or anything like that. Sorry. But it takes up a little bit less space and RAM running it in the background than Vent does as well. So let's dive right in. You need Mumble. You have a raid tonight, and you need to have it ready to go. Here's what you do. Go to www.mumble.com to download your own personal client. That's right, just like you do Vent, you download it the same way. Once you pop onto this site here, on the right side you're going to see Download Mumble. Beneath it you'll see the current client number and version, and then you'll see three different buttons. These are platforms. Are you using Windows? Are you using Mac? Or are you using Linux? Most likely you're using Windows or Mac. Go ahead and click on yours that you're actually using, and then it's going to pop up a little window in the middle here and ask you if you want the client with the Mumble.com skin or just the client. It doesn't matter either way you go. They work the same. All you get is with the Mumble.com skin is a slightly bluer tinge to your Mumble, just as a skin you can change back and forth to if you want it or not. It's like the same thing with Winamp that had a million different skins, just personal taste. Doesn't matter, choose the one you want, and click to download it. The setup works the same way on both of them. Once you download it, and it's anywhere from 15 to 17 megabytes as a .exe, so an execution file or MSI file. Once it's downloaded, you're going to click to open it, and you're going to go through the setup. It works like any other setup wizard that you've ever downloaded a program with, or a client with. Simple enough. All you do is you run through the thing, click next, say yes, download here, and say, install. Once that is complete, you're going to have this window here pop up on you. This window is either going to be by itself, just as you see here, or it's going to have this window to the side of it. If you see this window, we're going to get to that in a moment, so for now, please just click the close button on that one. If you happen to already get into the configuration window, that's fantastic, because that's what we're going to do right now. Let me just close this down here. Alright, so we need to configure your audio first. Now, even if you don't use a mic, it's going to be beneficial to set up the audio for your headphones. So what you're going to do is you're going to click in Configure, and you're going to go down to Audio Wizard. I'm not going to run through this with you, as there is a lot of feedback from this that you get as you set it up, but I will run you through the basics of what this does. It's the same idea with setting up and downloading and installing the file. You just go through frame by frame and you do what it says to do. This first panel here is Introduction. It tells you what the Mumble Audio Wizard is going to do. It's going to help you set the input levels as well as the output and latency. So your millisecond latency you have. It's going to make it a lot easier for server transfer of your voice and of your friends' voices. So once you're good to start it, go ahead and click Next, and it's going to take you to see what your input and your output is. It's very important to make sure that these are correct. If you have your microphone or headset or headphones, etc. plugged in, make sure it's on the correct ones. It should be automatically, but always make sure. That way you're setting up the information and the levels for the correct devices. Once that's good, you're going to go ahead and go through to the next few panels. These are going to set up your latency, which there's going to be a guy talking and saying a sentence. Basically what you want to do is bring that bar down on that scale as low as you can to where it sounds crisp and clean, and there's not much of an interruption at all between the end of a sentence and the start of it once again. It does repeat over and over again. If you like torture, just stay on this frame and listen to it a few times. Gets old fast, I promise. After that, you're going to set up your input and output levels. This means you want to go ahead and talk and hear yourself. It is going to be strange, but and you're going to get some feedback and echo, and it'll be strange and weird, but it's fun. It's fun. Just set it up to where you're not too loud, you're not too quiet, things are clean, things are clear, and it picks you up. Then you're going to go through your voice activation level. You should try to set that up, but if you're going to use push to talk, you can essentially skip it, but please set it up just in case you decide to go and use voice activation. It's already set up that way. At that point, you can choose if you want to do a push to talk key or not. If you do, go ahead and change that to push to talk. Click on the input button, which is going to be a white blank frame. Click that, and then click anywhere on your keyboard, or I would assume keyboard, I don't think it does for mouse, but choose your input push to talk key. Once that's selected, you can click next and finish, and you're good to go. You'll come back to this window. Now we're going to go ahead and set up the server. You're going to go into server and you're going to click connect. You'll see this here. You'll probably see public internet open, which has a billion different Mumble servers in here that are public, and anybody and everybody can log into. Go ahead and just close that for now by clicking the little button to the left of the public internet. Alright, you might see favorites here, you might not, but either way, what we're going to do is we're going to add a new server. I already have mine set up, but I'll show you what this looks like. In here, add server. Label. That's what you use. You can call it the name of the server, you can call it whatever you want. This is for your own personal reference, so that you know what server it is you're getting into. Over time, you may have a decent list of them like you did in your event. After that, this works the same way the address import as IP import from Vent did. Your address is going to have something similar to, something dot like commandchannel.com, or, titanium.typefrag.com, or like 192.16, well, it's going to be like 72.748 or something like that. But it'll be, number dot, and it goes on. And then you'll have your port, which is 4 or 5 numbers, usually 5, but it may be 4. Either way, it's just a series of 4 or 5 numbers. Same thing with Vent. Type it in, and then at the bottom you have your username, not a password. Username. That's the name you're going to go by on your server. I suggest using your in-game name so people know who in the world you are, but that's your choice. I'll show you mine set up here. So I have mine labeled just a simple abbreviation. My address is in there, vx39.commandchannel.com. I do go through commandchannel.com. And the port number. My username's there, and my password's there. You won't see that until after you've logged in for the first time. So once you're good, you can click on your server up here, and then click connect. Once you click connect, you're going to hear permission denied if there's a password on the server, that is. Otherwise, you're good to go. But if not, it's going to say, denied, restricted access, etc. And it's going to pop up a window prompting you for a password. If there's a password, this is when you enter it. You will not have to enter it again. Go ahead and enter it, and once you're good to go, click OK. It'll pop you on if the password was correct. Remember, everything from the address, the IP address, to the password is case sensitive. If it's not capitalized, do not capitalize it. If it is capitalized, capitalize it. Easy enough. Alright, now that you've clicked or put in your password, or if there was no password and you've connected, you will see this.
Connected.
You will hear that you've been connected. You will also see on the left side a message of the day, or your welcome message, when you log into the server. The server admin can type whatever they like there. Some keep it updated frequently, so you might want to look at it. Some have rules in there, which is beneficial for you to look at if it's a pug or another guild that you're in with. And then you'll see all the typical channels that you would see in a vent server right here. To get into another vent server or another channel, all you do is double click. Just that easy to get around. And you can just drag and drop your name to whichever one you want to go into. Easy enough. If you're admin, or moderator, you can drag and drop other people's names too. Now, when you talk, you'll see that little mouth to the left of your name go red, either when you hold your push-to-talk key or when you speak out loud for voice activation. That tells you that your mic is open to everybody else, and that tells everybody else that it's you who have no idea how to not breathe extremely heavily into your mic. So, don't put your mic directly where you breathe. Put it off to the side, put it down below, put it up above, put it wherever. Just please don't breathe into your mic. As you can tell, I've had plenty do that. Anyway, so now you know how to download it, how to install it, how to set it up, and how to actually get in and use it. This should help you with all of your current and future raids. You should be good to go for tonight. If you had any or have any questions or any issues, please be sure to leave a comment right here on this YouTube video letting me know what the problem is and what I can do to help you fix it. If there's anything I can do, I will gladly help you. Otherwise, there are frequently asked questions on Mumble.com. You can find their customer support, or they even have live Mumble support, meaning you just chat right with them, by typing to them, and you can figure out a lot of answers right there. They're very helpful and useful, so do take advantage of that. Otherwise, please go ahead and leave me a message. If you enjoyed this video and it was helpful and it actually helped you get onto Mumble, please thumbs up this video. It'll help me and it'll let me know that I did a good tutorial here and that I am clear and free to do future tutorials. If you have any other questions or suggestions on what I can do a how-to video on or anything you need help with, please be sure to leave a comment here as well letting me know, and I'll be sure to make a video of it. Alright guys, thanks, and enjoy your raid tonight.